We should
Beyond the
be
insanity.
audio live now. A little bit
Okay,
earlier
let's
than normal.
check.
Hey, I am all for it.
Yep, audio's working. Okay, get that muted so we don't have feedback, even though we wouldn't anyway.
Hello, everybody.
Everyone.
Welcome.
Who do we got out there? Hey, Pat.
Who are these losers?
Ouch. Hurt my feeling, Pat.
I mean, we are about to continue a fight with that alligator.
Yeah.
So we could be losers, actually.
I mean, you ever tried to wrestle an alligator in the water?
We're
Rory is.
It's gonna happen.
Skylar is trying to.
So, website got updated last week. I got all of our artwork on there.
Nice.
So you guys are aware.
Woo-hoo.
The other thing is I decided to have some fun on the merch store. Added a Fall of Red Dawn coffee cup.
Nice.
So I ordered one. My mail carrier, I think, damaged it. So
Oh no.
luckily I've got another one coming.
Oh,
So hopefully I'll be able to show it off next week.
Hey, Larry Kingra. Oh. Yeah, I would look forward to seeing that. That'd be cool.
Luckily the cup itself looked really nice, but again, the handle, I was a little mad because the box is not
Thanks
in the
for
best condition.
the gifted sub. Canadian Ancient Gamer just gifted a sub to Pat.
Heck yeah, thank you.
Yeah.
And we will start here in a couple minutes, everyone. Probably literally just a couple minutes. Skylar will be joining us about 5:30 or so. He picked up some work over at his other job. He has a couple jobs going on right now. And Taylor will not be with us at all today. Correct, right? Yes?
Yes.
Yes, yep. She's doing Thanksgiving with her folks.
Nice.
Very nice.
Oh, it has all of the photos on it. I see the mug that you're talking about. It has all of our character photos. That's so cool.
Are they individuals or are they a group?
It's like all 5 of us on one mug.
Cool.
Yeah.
Yep.
That's cool.
Yeah.
I'll have to order one of those then.
Here, I'll put the link in the chat.
I'm looking at it right now.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, I had a little bit of fun this week.
That's 4.
There's all 5 of us.
Yeah, there's one above the Fall of Red Dawn.
Yeah, their shop. I couldn't just like do it. I was trying to figure out a way that made the most sense.
Nice.
Some of these are funny. Oh my gosh, the one with Daisy Bell from Tears of Air. It says, "I have a reputation for being pretty."
Uh-huh. Been a while since I've done a shameless plug for the merch store. It's one of those where the reason why John started is because people wanted to have merch. So we're like, hey, so for everyone that doesn't know, all of the profits that we get from the merch store, John actually uses as part of our St. Jude drive that they do every year. So none of that actually goes back into Blue Box at all. It actually all goes to St. Jude. So if you want to
That's cool. I
Blue
didn't know
Box
that.
merch and help out, yep.
Yep, that be the case.
Mega Rapidash said, "How's my favorite food, loving queen?" But I'm guessing she's referring to, or they're referring to Jubilee. But we don't have Jubilee with us tonight.
Nope.
Taylor's away today.
So no, not as many shenanigans today as we normally would have.
Well, we can go ahead and get started here at 4:10. Everyone, I believe, is settled in, so we will go ahead and kick it off and go. Hey, Alhawk, thank you for lurking. I definitely appreciate it. video. That's what it was. Sorry, guys. I spaced there.
Do you need more coffee, Rory?
Yeah, seriously.
Well, we just actually got an espresso machine. And
Ooh.
Oh, you did do it. You
Yeah.
did.
Becca's been learning
Well,
how to do that, so.
Once Becca's all better, I'll make sure Emily and I come over. I meant we'll invite her. I meant we'll come over and play games.
Yep. So yeah, let's go ahead and get started. We have some time here for some announcements. Just for anyone who doesn't know, like Tom was just saying, the website for Fall of Red, for Blue Box, but the Fall of Red Dawn page is now updated with our current.
Oh, they said they
character art.
can barely hear you, Roy. So I wonder if you need to turn up your individual.
Bum, bum,
Bum,
bum.
bum, bum. How about now? Now, good, better, probably the same. Let me go over to my mixer. Where's my mixer?
Okay, you know.
Still the
Like,
same.
Turn me.
She
up.
says.
Oh, that goes to my headset. Wrong one.
That's
I need
funny.
to turn this one
Okay.
up, right, Bonner? I think it's this one. Did I just get louder to
It
everyone?
should say It should say DM Mike.
Yep. That's the one I turned up.
I tried to make it easy for you.
Still the same. It should.
That
be...
was from before. She said still the same earlier, so I don't know about now.
Well, how
that
about
you-
now?
Still low.
Still low.
The only thing going through my head right now is that old Verizon commercial. Can you hear me now?
Yes, that is forever stuck in
Surprise!
my
Cricket is the new DM.
head. Still low. What in the world? I turned that up. None of these on my mixer have like anything to do with it. Wow, you guys need to not all stop moving for 10 seconds. Oh, it's even worse when you're on the road. That stuff happens.
That's funny.
Oh,
I mean, I'll turn it up even more. How about this? This
say maybe
has
you just
to be
turn-
loud.
turn up your physical gain when in doubt. Otherwise, Discord. I wonder, have you changed your microphone settings in not Discord?
Zoom?
Slobs.
Slobs? No. Like I haven't touched a thing.
Barely. Still quiet.
What?
Where's the
Okay,
mic?
okay, let me go because
That's
this
fine.
happens on Tuesdays also. I'm gonna go over to the audio settings in Zoom and just turn up my volume there. Okay, this has to be better. Nope,
Okay.
that was speaker. Sorry guys, wrong one. I'm gonna turn this one up.
Oh wait,
Hey.
that's turning it up for us too, though.
Yep.
Okay, and then I'll bring this back down. There we
Oh,
go.
wait.
So I turned it up in Zoom. That happens to John on not DM
Dang
John.
my earballs.
Okay,
So much for
let me-
that free time we had. No.
Oh, so this should be better. How is this? What's low?
What's low?
Okay.
My IQ, Pat. My IQ.
Oh.
Cool. So quick fix. That's always nice.
Yeah, just quick. Oh, Rory is low.
No.
Yes, he is still
Oh.
low.
It's Pat though. So honestly,
Yeah, it is Pat.
you
Do
do
we-
it so
Yeah.
much.
Do we trust him? Do we trust him?
No.
Okay, so.
I'm not trolling.
Oh,
Okay.
but
Oh,
even
okay.
Amanda's
Amanda
saying-
says he's still low.
Okay.
Okay. So we'll make this adjustment. I'm
You may
not.
just have to turn. You may just have to change the physical mic on your physical board.
Well, I
Rory.
had it
Just-
up, but then I changed another one. So when I started blowing people's ears out, I was like, oh, maybe I cranked it up too much. So
I say just a little smidgen.
so like John just mentioned, we do not have we have what's it called? Greyhawk Awakening this Tuesday, and then no LMA on Wednesday. You guys
This bodes
can,
well.
you guys can let me know if I am so quiet. LMA is not going to happen this Wednesday, but I believe there's still FNC this Friday. And then just remember every Sunday there's Tears of Air, like you just saw with John and the amazing cast there. And so with that, and just because it doesn't get talked about very often, I don't know why. I would imagine this would be something used all the time. But just as one of those wild homebrew rules that we have here on Fall of Red Dawn, there is the make a deal. So at any point...
Oh, we know.
Oh, by the way, Rory, your Zoom stuff is still up on screen.
Oh, hey, that would be...
oh, yeah, it's
bam.
lacking.
Bam,
Yeah.
sis. There we go. That should be better,
much
guys.
guff we shall give.
Yeah, much guff. But yes. So one of those little homebrew rules, because we, for the most part, follow a lot of what John does, right? A little bit of 1E, 2E, a lot of 3.5 in Pathfinder. We just have a little bit more 5E than he does. And then we do have that homebrew rule of make a deal. So at any point, the players can say, you know what? I just want to make this into a Nat 1. There's just a flip side to it at some point in the game. So, little homebrew rule
just
there.
a little flip side.
I mean,
yeah,
just a little. Literally, just a little.
Just a little.
So with that, let's go ahead and go into some quick player introductions and start with Rihu, and then over to Cricket and Vantalord, and then into the recap.
Oh boy! All right.
Oh boy!
All right.
We've done these the last couple of weeks.
We haven't.
I just am realizing, I don't think I've actually done a Cricket introduction in at least the last 2 or 3 sessions. Yeah, 3 sessions.
All right. All right. I am Rihu, level 4 now, human monk. Rihu's a bit of a vagabond, I guess you would say, a little bit of a traveler, kind of not much of a home, but been enjoying the oh gosh, how long has it been in D&D time that we've been with this group now?
Couple weeks. I think it's been
Weeks.
like 28 days, something like that.
Well, let's see
somewhere
here.
around
We spent a week in Woods Edge. We did 3 weeks in traveling between Woods Edge.
You know what's
a
actually
week in Dovix
pretty good?
Pass.
It's in Discord.
I know, but
So-
yeah.
So we can
Either
we
way.
can look that up while you continue
Yes.
your character.
Either way, Rihu has been enjoying the last give or take month with the group here, and excited to continue this fight that we left off in.
All right. Cricket.
Cricket is still a lowly little level 3 human druid. She has I think fully, at least, there's not really much turning back now that they've traveled to another part of the world via a random teleportation circle. But I think she's sort of stuck with the group now, at least for a long-term amount of time. And yeah, I think she's excited, and her curiosity of what is out there and what all of this means, and maybe if it can be connected to her past, is keeping her interested and excited for what's coming next.
When you guys touch shiny things, things might happen. And Vantalord.
So we were on day 26 because I was going through your count and some of your days is off.
Yeah.
But we're 26 days in on this. So I am Vantalord. I am a dwarf paladin that's level 4. Definitely enjoying becoming trying to be more of a meat shield for the group, even though it has affected my swim abilities, as everyone is currently seeing. And still hoping that I'm living up to the family legacy of lots and lots of paladins and protectors. So, and I say, if Hobbs is watching, I'm sure all of us players can say that the artwork that you did for us is absolutely amazing.
Yes, phenomenal.
So I'm a level 4 dwarf, just so you know, not a level 5.
I'm adjusting.
Yeah.
Go ahead with the recap.
So last session on the 5th of November, we started this by investigating the ring that we thought was used for teleportation. Vantalord went inside the ring, saw a Saturi egg, one that doesn't appear to have been hatched. Noticed a blue sheen wash across it, followed by a blue light coming out of the egg and then disappearing. As we were looking at that, we heard a the bush at the top of the hill. Turned out to be Athea coming down from her shop with an arm filled with Saturi eggs. I think 4 or 5 of them that we got back from Dovex Pass. The breaks in these eggs, we kind of noticed the same sheen go across them. Thea went through, explained the symbols that were on the teleportation circle. Some were directional markings, some were constellations. She also said that if the circle was covered, whoever was coming into Wood's Edge, most likely Jezebel, has been doing it often, especially to make it permanent. Vantalord put the constellations back in place based on what he had in his journal. With what was seen, Rihu thinks that the Saturi eggs were used to power the ring, so we decided to put one in the center of stone, and very quickly saw electrical bolts flying out of all the arcane markings. And as this was occurring, Raja and Jubilee decided to join Vantalord, Cricket, and Rihu inside of the circle. We teleported to a swamp that we have no idea where we're at. None whatsoever. We also don't know if it's day or night due to a very thick and heavy fog. And we decided to go through the swamp looking for a place to either make camp or if we find a shelter, just because it appears someone had been traveling there. During our travels, we came across some large footprints, some lizards, some snakes, and finally across a bridge where all of the wood planks were missing as people crossed, and I think Rihu was the only one that actually successfully crossed it. Vantalord slipped, is dangling mostly in the water, and now there's an alligator circling us. And most likely wants to eat dwarf for supper.
And what was that?
Oh, I was just gonna say. Also, I think Raja jumped on his back.
Yes, Raja made an attempt to saddle the alligator.
I should note I wasn't the only one that made it across the bridge either. Bear also made
Bear
it as well.
also did, yes. Yeah, backpack bear.
That's right. That's right. All right. Yeah. And so with that, we jump right back into it. Somewhere here. As you guys are on the bridge, with the Raja had just jumped trying to straddle or saddle this alligator. And I do believe it's the top of the round.
Yes, it is.
Yeah, and I cast Hold Animal.
You did.
On the crocodile, and I think it's held for to be. And yeah, because we went first, or
Yep,
no,
it
we
has
went
one
second.
round left of being stunned or held.
Mm-hmm.
It's been held for one, and it has to finish its turn again. Right?
Yes.
One more hold.
I think
Yep.
I cast it,
Yep.
but we were second, so now it will go. I mean,
And
I
then
guess
we
we didn't roll initiative, but yeah.
All right. So who is rolling initiative? In meaning. Well, you have the spell. So how about you go ahead and roll, Cricket?
I will do that. Ooh, it's a 2.
I got a 6.
Dang it.
But if I remember right, this is its final turn of being held. So I go first, but I don't.
Technically true.
Yes.
Yes.
So, it is your guys' turn. Raja, you are slipping to the side of this alligator as it is wet, slimy, and in the water. You aren't fully off of it. You are still scrambling to hold on to it. Vantalord, your legs dangle in the water as you are trying to pull yourself up. Not really being able to get up, but you're also not falling in. Cricket, you did make an attempt to help him, and I guess you make good moral support. And then
You can do it, Vantalord.
Bear and
Yay!
Rihu made it across, and in the last moments, Jubilee made it to the far side as well.
Okay. Well, as all this is going on, instead of pulling myself across, I'm actually just going to try to continue pulling myself to the end of the bridge to where there's water. because obviously I've had a couple of failed attempts to get myself up. I did once, slipped again, so I'm just gonna pull myself through, over the bridge. Kind of like just shimmying across, kicking my legs, trying to swim.
Alright, so you're just gonna try to pull yourself all the way across the rest of the bridge.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
So as you do that, then, or in order to do that, you will be able to move some distance. But even at your full movement, I mean, you're in the water. There's ropes, there's broken boards, so it's definitely taking a little bit of
time. Seeing that Rihu and Bear made it across, I'm gonna try and run to the other side as well.
Okay. And I think we're going with an acrobatics check for this.
Yeah, I think either acrobatics or athletics. I can't remember which.
Yeah, let's go with either one. Either one makes it. I mean, yeah, either one. We'll go with either one.
Okay. That's 13.
Not overly hard. You're getting used to it now. As far as being in the area, you get that these boards are mucky and slimy. Using the ropes to pull yourself across, your foot might slip once or twice, but you don't fall in, and you don't have the weight holding you down like that. Rihu and Raja and Ben, or Rihu and Raja.
Raja's currently on his back, right?
Raja is partway on the alligator's back and somewhat slipping off to the side. Like he tried to jump and saddle it or straddle it, but it's slimy, so he's starting to slip to the side. He doesn't have a real good hold on it.
I'm gonna take out some more rope that I have. And just as my action, so this is kind of new for the group, is Rihu's a little adverse to water. Not that he can't swim or anything, just wasn't very abundant where he's been in his life. So it's just a little unfamiliar, and so I'm just gonna try and throw the rope near Raja to give him like something to grab onto if we need to pull him out of the water.
Okay. Go ahead and make a strength check. See if you can get the rope near.
All right.
And when you say adverse to water, are you like scared of water? Are you showing signs of being scared of this water?
More like unknown, if that makes sense. To the fact of like, I don't want to willingly jump in the water.
Yep.
But it's not like if we had to swim across a river, I'd be scared to do that.
Got it.
Okay. Especially since this may be the first alligator he's seen. It was 8.
Okay. So the rope somewhat tangles at the end. You didn't fully uncoil it when you went to throw it. So it makes it about halfway to him, and the rope is kind of grouped at the end, or still coiled at the end. Raja, that takes us to you.
The gator's mouth open.
Is the gator's mouth open?
Yeah. Is it open or closed? Because if it was held when it was open, then...
It's closed. It's in the water, it's swimming, you just jumped on it, so it's currently the mouth is still closed.
And then I'm going to use my burning hands on its nostrils.
Okay. Go ahead, you reach up with your hands. And an auto hit, right?
I'm checking right now because I forgot.
Might be a save to it.
If you save, then it's half.
Okay. So go ahead.
Oh
And
no,
roll.
it's 11 plus my charisma modifier.
That's what the save is.
Oh yes.
I got a crocodile. I got a 9. And it's 1d4, I believe.
1d4 per level, so 44. Yeah, 1d4 a level max of 5d4.
Okay.
Healed.
How much?
9.
I can't hear you. What?
Oh,
You're, like,
weird.
cutting
It's
in
like
and
not.
out.
Yeah, it's like not picking up when you're talking, Skylar.
Yeah.
What mic did you use?
Now
Did
I
you plug
heard
in?
you.
Now we hear you.
Okay, you said 9.
9?
That's what you got for your save. right?
Yes. Yep.
11 damage.
11. Okay.
My hopes with this is to kind of like have it go into its body.
Yep. So you reach up, your legs just with enough strength that you pull your hand up, grabbing the nostrils. You cast your burning hands, and you can just see the alligator just react to this sudden burst of heat and flame on its nostrils. That takes us to the next round.
I would like to swim
What's
away.
that? You want
I would like to swim away.
Okay.
Yeah,
And where are you swimming to?
to everybody else, to the land,
Straight back here? Or are you just swimming over to the land?
to the land.
Okay. And you have 30 feet of movement, right? Correct, Raja?
Yep.
I'll ask her, you try and grab that rope that I threw or no?
Is that as far as I can go?
Yep, 15 feet. And
So what is
there's-
swim checks for?
What's that?
What are swim checks?
See if you can swim. It's difficult terrain.
Yeah, I'm gonna grab the rope.
So the rope is right in front of you. You're able to grab it this turn. You're not able to pull him or pull yourself yet. But you do have it, so you can have assistance next time through. That takes us to the next round.
I failed.
You failed, so next one up.
Somebody roll good. Get us first if we can. We just need one round to get away.
I got it. There's a 6.
Ooh, I had a 4.
I changed that dice. My other ones are in the corner right now.
So it is your guys' turn.
How far? Okay, and I'm still working on getting myself to shore. Looks like probably still gonna take me at least one more turn.
For yourself, you could maybe make it. It's also rough terrain for you. So you could make it to the edge of the land if you wanted to get up
Yeah.
onto the actual just edge of the land.
Yeah, that's my goal. I've got 20 feet of movement, so I know it's gonna be fun.
Oh, that's right. You have less movement, don't you?
Yep, I'm a
And you're
dwarf.
heavy.
Yep.
You can make it just before the land, as the land is starting to slope up under that bridge.
Wait, but if he's spending his whole action, then he's dashing, which is double movement.
If he wants to.
Yeah, that's what I'm gonna be doing
Okay.
because it doesn't make sense.
I didn't hear that part. Thank you for catching that.
Yeah.
Okay. Go ahead and roll your athletics or acrobatics.
Okay.
Just to make sure.
Okay.
Just to make sure.
No, you can always.
Oh, jeez. Oh, we know.
Yeah, I
We've
don't
seen
have
it.
athletics. I've got acrobatics and. Ouch. I love having negative modifiers. I rolled a 5.
Okay. As you're passing over these here boards, your hand grabs onto a board already partially broken. As you grab it and to pull yourself more, the nails break out, the board slips off or pulls off, and you are now hanging by one arm up to your chest in the water, just about 5 feet from the land.
Is my feet able to touch underneath, or is it still crazy deep?
As your feet dangle, you don't feel anything. I mean, for all you know, it's 6 inches or 6 feet below you, but your feet are not touching.
Okay.
I'm not very strong, but would it be possible for me to, since he's like right on the edge of he's right on the edge of the land? Is that that's what you said?
Yeah, he's like 5 feet away from the land.
Oh, I thought he was dangling off of like the ledge, so I couldn't really reach out and get him or help him up or pull him up out of the water.
He's dangling off as like the board or the ledge, of the edge of the actual bridge, the siding of it, but then about 5 feet from the land itself.
Got it.
You could still go out there to try to assist him.
I could.
Like I said, alligators can have dwarf soup.
I don't know how I feel about putting myself back in the water.
I guess Phantalord's all washed up. No.
Especially for someone you're only known for a couple weeks.
Right. Not even like 4 days.
Yeah.
Sounds
What about the other 3 of you? What are you doing?
I'm just gonna start pulling because he's obviously, I saw that he grabbed onto the rope.
Yep. He grabbed it, so you start pulling. Roger, what are you doing?
Well, at the moment I'm being pulled.
Are you trying, for an example, you could also be climbing the rope as he's pulling.
That actually makes it harder to pull.
Okay.
And it doesn't go as fast. I learned that in life cricket.
Real life skills.
Are you kicking your feet behind at least?
Yeah, I could.
Yeah.
Real life skills, you know?
Okay, so you're gonna
I've
take
always been able to swim.
You're gonna take your movement then, Skylar, to swim.
Are we? Do we need to roll anything to be able to pull?
No. I mean, he's in the water, so for you, plus he's kicking, like, it's not gonna be that hard for you. His speed increases a little bit because you're pulling him. So he's able to make it onto that land. So that's the 2 of you. Jubilee is going to step back a ways. And Cricket, what are you doing?
Trying to decide if I'm risking myself to save Vantalord. Yeah, I guess so. You know what? I have that staff with me. I don't know if it's long enough to, like, can I, like, reach out and use that without even, like, get into the water myself, you know? Like,
you start reaching out with it, and how tall are you?
5 feet, 5'1".
So the staff is probably about shoulder height, so it's probably about 4 feet-ish. So you start to reach out, and it's almost within, like, his fingers can nick it. But for him to grab it, you're gonna have to step about a foot in. The land slants down. So
Okay.
It's not a drop off.
Okay, that's what I was worried about. Like, am I just jumping into the
you're
water?
About shin deep in water, but there's land under you.
Yeah, okay, I'll move forward a little bit and see if I can, like, help him out of the water.
Okay.
Even if I'm a little in it.
Okay. So he took his turn, so he can definitely grab onto it if you're wanting to, Vantalord. And then next time through, you can help him to make sure that hopefully make sure he gets onto land.
Yep, and I will grab on it.
Okay. And I didn't realize this, sorry guys. Rihu, you used your action to pull him in. Are you wanting to take movement? Raja, you used your movement to get in. Are you wanting to take an action? I accidentally
I want to hold my action in case the alligator comes up near, like within my hitting space.
Okay. And what action are you holding?
With my Morning Star.
Okay. You're gonna take a swing at it if it gets close to you? And what about you, Riku? Are you wanting to stay there, use any kind of movement?
Once the pulling is done, no. I'll just I'll pull out my spear just in case. That'll be it.
Alright. Holding an action, or you use
No.
your action, so you...
I use my action.
Alright. It is the alligator's turn. So he will... You hear this, like, almost like a snort as it blows air out of its nose and splashing its head in the water. Clearly, Raja, you had an effect on this creature. It will submerge itself just under the water as it starts to move. And it will take its full movement. Oh, ho, ho. You have made this creature furious, Raja, as you see it just stream through the water. Just the water wakes off of its back as it reaches just to the edge of the land. Cricket, you see this coming up. As you have your staff out there, Vantelord has now fully grabbed onto it. You see this alligator just off to the side of the bridge. That is its turn. It is not able to get within range of attack.
Rory, somebody in chat asked if we could turn the background music down a little.
Yes, I can.
Okay, so I won the initiative last time.
It should be
Can
lower,
I get
guys. Just
lucky?
let me know how that sounds.
Can I get
You
lucky
better
this
win! You better win again, otherwise that alligator's attacking Rory. What'd you get?
A 3.
No!
And that's another set of dice going to the corner.
You know, you're getting a lot of dice put in timeout there.
Yeah.
It's been a minute since I've had to use dice timeout.
It's just an excuse to get more dice, really.
How is that, Lupus? I just turned down the background music in the settings, so let me know how that sounds for you now. So the crocodile is going to take its movement and its action to strike at Raja. Raja, you did hold your action. Great to hear, Lupus. Thank you for letting us know. So you can take your held action and swing at it, as it is also at the same time coming up to attack you. Maybe if I can get it.
6. Oh, I have to roll the hit, huh?
That helps, yes.
14.
Okay. Put that there. And then at the same time, it is coming at you as you're swinging at it. So you rolled a 14 to hit, and for its bite attack, it is rolling with 15 to hit.
No.
15 does not hit you?
No.
Okay. So Raja, you see it coming as its feet start to hit the ground, and it slows down in that transition from water to land. Its mouth opens and wide as you see its whole maw full of teeth coming at you. You're able to step back and just miss being caught in its teeth, in its mouth. You swing down. You said you had a 14, I believe?
Yeah.
That does hit.
Can I swing up?
Yeah, you're just wanting to swing up into its...
Yeah, into its teeth.
Yep, go for it.
I
Roll
got
your
6.
damage.
done damage because I rolled the damage and then I realized.
How much damage? 6? So that
Yes.
would be... That your morning star comes, it hits in its jaw, slamming. You see the whole head, even the front feet pick up just a few inches off the ground as his head whips back down, and it looks extremely disorientated in this moment.
And now it's our turn.
And now it is your guys' turn.
So can I just continue the motion and just hit it again?
Sure, that was your held action from last time.
19.
19 hits.
So when you say it's dazed, is it actually dazed?
I mean, you wouldn't know, but it looks like it's confused, dazed, disorientated. It looks not all there.
Also, with my burning hands, it's too late now, but would that have been a sneak attack opportunity?
No, I very much knew you were there. Sneak attack when the enemy doesn't.
It was held, so it had no way of
It wasn't
defending.
held.
Yeah, it was when I was on top of it and did the burning hands. Or was that the action later? 4 damage.
4 damage. So you swing up, catching its jaw on the upward swing, coming back down, flipping the wrist, and you land solid on top of its, the back of its head. The whole alligator just slumps to the ground. The body still and motionless.
Nice job.
Are we out of initiatives?
In the moment you are, alligator
Does some-
is very clearly dead.
I'm trying to finish pulling Vantalard out of the water.
Does someone have a sword? Do we have time? Did all I missed was the recap? There was nothing else.
Correct.
Correct.
Okay. Do we have time for me to skin the alligator and cut off its head?
How long does it take you to skin an alligator?
That's a good question.
Make a survival check.
And I say, you're not using my sword. I will give you one of my daggers to use, but you're not using my sword.
You know,
I've spent a lot of money
it's tough to-
masterworking that sword.
It's tough to skin something with a sword. Oh,
You were the
so-
one that asked for a sword. You said, does anyone have a sword?
Yeah, to cut off its head. 13.
13. So you know that skinning an alligator is going to take quite a bit of time. 1 second here. As far as cutting off the head, that would be a much quicker process for sure. Regarding skinning the alligator, just to take the hide and not do anything with the meat itself, you're probably looking at
You want to know according to what reptilefreaks.com says?
Sure.
It says a novice can take up to 3 hours.
Yep, that's what I was thinking. So and with the 13,
About just its back plates.
what's that?
What about its back plates?
So that's what I'm saying.
Because you also. Oh, sorry.
So to skin the alligator in a decent manner, it's going to take you. You got a 13, a little bit above an average. So it's going to take you about 2.5 hours to skin it if you're trying to actually skin it and preserve what you have. If you're trying to just essentially just keep the back part of the hide and you don't really care how nice it's done, probably about 2 hours. But you still got to manage to peel it, you know what it is to skin a deer, so.
Yeah, and what I'm thinking, like with a deer, you have to be careful. With an alligator, it's tough.
A little bit tougher, yeah.
So I'm thinking, what if I
You're
also
also a
want to cut?
novice at it.
But like, what I'm going to do to see how quickly I can cut, I'm gonna stab in on one side and just start like dragging
Mm-hmm.
the knife, and then do that on the other side. Depending on, this is my thought process. And then I'll just start ripping it up. I'll have already cut off the head at this point, so it's not attached to that. And I'll just start ripping it up and cutting the meat away because I don't care about the meat at this moment.
Okay. So if you're not trying to preserve the meat,
No.
and you're not trying to cut around the legs,
No. I'm just
you're really trying to just take that back strap of it.
Yeah.
You have any idea how tasty alligator meat is?
So
Do
I
we
will
have
take that
time?
down.
That's the real question.
I will take that down to from 3 hours for a proper skinning of an alligator, down to an hour.
Okay.
And that's not a very nice, clean cut. That is simply just cutting behind the legs, and it's a rough cut.
Yeah. I want to have a little extra besides just the back plate so that later they can work with that. But is this the time that we are camping, or did we just camp? I forgot.
We haven't camped yet. We're still looking for. We're
trying to
either
find a
looking for
safe
We're
camp-
trying, we're trying to go to town or something. Also,
Yeah.
is Vantalord still in the water? Is he out?
He's out.
I would say you probably got me out.
Yeah, okay. I'm just
Hey.
making sure nobody else is like at risk here of getting
I
attacked.
mean, just in terms of group dynamics, there's no way we can sit here for an hour.
No.
Yeah.
I'll just cut it off.
If Raja's gonna start doing that, I'm just like, well, I'm gonna keep looking for somewhere safe. You
Yeah,
can
because
make
if
up
we were
with this
making
later.
camp here tonight, then I would properly skin her. But
No, I think we're trying to figure out. We were following those footprints, remember?
Yeah.
Yes, we were. This
Those
close to
footprints?
the water. I don't think we should be this close to water, being that we've already had one alligator. 'Cause
No.
where
Correct.
one is, there's typically 3 or 4 more. Just so you know.
I'll just take the head.
Okay.
Okay.
The
Are
head
you
is-
just walking around with a giant alligator head?
Yeah, I'm gonna strap it to
As
my
a giant
back.
puppet. I
Uh,
could just see him.
the head itself pretty easy. You know, it does take a little bit of time to get through like the spine, but nothing excessive. You know, 20 minutes or so, and you're able to remove its head. Just generally speaking, especially kind of pulling it and moving it around, you know that it weighs quite a bit. Guessing that it probably weighs around 800 pounds.
I wish I was built like an alligator.
So its size, it's about 10 feet long, roughly about 800 pounds. That's something, especially you, Cricket, would have a pretty good approximation.
I was just gonna say, I don't know if Cricket knows this or not, but Katie knows that at some point Cricket could turn into an alligator if she wants to.
I wanted to throw this out there, by the way. I just, from a stream perspective, I didn't have it on the stream bingo card that I would hear someone say they wanted to be built like an alligator.
And now today's episode of Fall of Red Dawn.
We-
Stream bingo.
Oh, wait, we should actually have Fall of Red Dawn bingo though,
That is
because like
hilarious.
there are some like very common things that people say or do. Like
would
if you
be-
kill this dog, like,
That would be
fun.
hilarious. That'd be awesome.
Wow.
So we're here for 20 minutes while Raja is cutting the head off.
Yep.
Can I look around this area? So especially since we were following those tracks and they sort of led to this bridge, and
Yeah.
also just knowing that there's a bridge, that means there's a little bit of some civilization. So can I look right around this little like landing area where we are to see if there's anything that looks like other footprints or other like any other tracks?
Yeah, absolutely. You find that you're on a raised part of the ground. You know, so as you look around, even with a bit of the fog and the dimmer light, you see that there's a lot of marshland all around you. This being one of those areas that's raised a little bit more, and so especially up here where the rocks are, you see that, or you feel that the ground's a bit firmer. Looking for a track specifically, go ahead and roll a survival check.
My favorite thing. 24.
24. You do see you do see some other tracks, similar to the last ones. Humanoid in that they're bipedal, but not in their shape. They definitely look to be more of a reptilian look to them.
Same style as the ones
Same
before.
as the previous ones, yep.
What direction are they headed, or where?
You see them heading, as you continue to look, you actually see another bridge in front of you. This one looking to be slightly better condition. As you walk around, you also see what looks to be some flames or some light in the distance as well.
Y'all, I think there's some like civilization here, and also I found some more of those lizard people tracks that we saw earlier. So
Yeah,
I don't know if that means they're good or bad.
Would any of us know about the monstrous races?
You talking about the Satari?
No, I think
The
he
lizard
means like
folk.
the lizard folk.
Oh, okay. I was gonna say.
I don't know.
Roll a.
Oh, it's those things.
You can roll a knowledge. Also, be careful to not assume that that's what they are, because they're very
Right, I'm just calling them that because I see lizard.
yes, they look to be
reptilian.
some kind of bipedal lizard.
Right. Yeah, I'm not assuming that they
Yeah.
are.
Roll a knowledge. Where's it at? Geography. Knowledge. With nature, just the different races or creatures that might be out there. Knowledge nature.
18.
18. You definitely are aware. Just being. Let's see. You were from Ogburg. Bigger kind of merchant city, so a lot of stories, a lot of people came through there. So you've definitely heard stories that lend to animal-like people. And some of them you knew were true, like hobgoblins, or bugbears, or the goblin. Like the common like goblin races that you're aware of. You've heard some kind of tellings of some kind of lizard type person. You've also met Ignacia, who is an oddity that you've never seen, which he was a dragonborn.
Ignacia was a tiefling.
Yeah, that's what I meant. No? Yep, he was a tiefling. He was a tiefling, so still an oddity. So to kind of puzzle together some kind of bipedal lizard walking creature, lizard folk kind of thing, doesn't seem too far off, especially with that roll.
Okay. Do you guys want to... Well, is anybody hurt? Like, do we need to regroup before we go?
I think we don't want to waste the daylight, or if you can really even call it daylight. I don't think we want to waste that while we have it.
Right. I don't mean like long rest. I mean like, do we even have potions? I don't know.
I don't think anybody got hurt just then.
I used up my only potions before.
Alright.
Yeah, I'm feeling pretty good.
Oh, we have a raid.
Who's joining us?
Stronghold D&D. Thanks
Hey,
for the
Stronghold.
raid.
Thank you for the raid. Party of 14. Awesome to have you here.
Nice.
Yeah, you.
We are just working through a swamp right now. Glad to have you join us.
I say
we're
we
busy.
cross the
We're a
bridge.
little swamped.
You hear Raja. He has finished taking off the alligator's head, mentioning to his desire to cross the bridge.
Oh, just a quick note, during that time I just wanted to organize and put all the rope away.
Okay.
Are you still backpacking Bear though? Especially if there's another bridge.
No, we had to take the backpack off and I had to hold him when we went across. So he is unbackpacked.
Since there's another bridge, You did such a great job, Rihu, of keeping him safe. Any chance you might be willing to do that again?
We can re-backpack Bear.
Okay, all right, great.
I look at Cricket. I'm like, you don't want me to do it?
No.
Smart choice. Smart choice.
Do you need some help? Should we tie you to a rope too? Should we backpack you? I feel like maybe
Fair
Raja
enough.
should
I
carry
think-
you on his back.
I was say I think Rasha could backpack him.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
Is there any way that let's see here? Any way I can swing across?
You think swinging across is gonna be better than trying to go on the ropes?
I've always wanted to try, a giant rope swing. It looks fun.
And looking at this bridge, again, this raised landmass you're on isn't overly big. It is plenty big enough if you wanted to camp here for the night, but it's not massively large. You do see that bridge, and it's not as bad of a condition as the previous one. It's not fully there, just not as bad.
Listed the same about my personality.
I'm worried about you, Vantalord, going across. I feel like we should
One
accommodate for you somehow.
One bad thing won't stop you guys. I trust you guys. I'll just continue rocking it. I'll just go across first. That's all. Make you all stumble over me.
Do you actually
Maybe-
just start heading across Vantalur?
Maybe Raja should go with you, like side by side or something, so he can like hold onto your arm as you start to slip. Inevitably.
Inevitably. Yes, I am going across. I'm just going to show them that I can do this. This little dwarf is not going to fall twice.
Okay.
Famous
Well-
last words.
Just walk on the side ropes. Just
Yep.
Yeah, just walk on your hands.
Who do you think I am? Jubilee?
Go ahead and make your roll to cross this bridge. A little bit easier to cross this one.
What am I rolling for? Just
Athletics or acrobatics? Let's go with athletics.
Okay, well-
Athletics.
oh,
where is athletics?
Yeah, actually, I
only
just
have-
am realizing there is no athletics.
that's only
Acrobatics.
acrobatics.
There's climb,
I hate acrobatics.
which is a
I'm just gonna let you
strength
know
check.
this.
The only two strength-based checks at all are climb and swim.
I really hate this whole negative modifier. I rolled an 11. Without
Okay.
the negative modifier, it would have been a 19.
You have a
Wow.
-8.
Yep. Yes, I do.
How? That's so low. Oh my gosh.
Okay.
That is literally the worst check he can make for me, besides swim.
Are you
Besides-
using your dash or are you just using your movement?
I'm just gonna use my movement. I'm gonna take this one nice and slow.
So being careful. You make
Stuck
it.
in the tree.
You make it about 20 feet. Without any hiccups.
Well, I suppose we should follow behind him, right? If he falls in the water, we don't want him to get eaten before we can get there.
True.
And
And
she says that, I'm like, hey, dwarf soup's probably a specialty.
Right, but I don't think we want that on the menu.
but that means that if something goes wrong, he's the first one to go.
This
that-
is a moment where Jubilee would do like a flip over top of him or something.
Yeah,
on the bridge.
100%.
And you do see Jubilee start to walk towards the bridge, almost as if this gloomy environment puts a smile on her face.
Of course it does.
Raja would like to do what he did on the last bridge and just go across the posts,
Okay.
feeling very confident in his skills once again.
feel like Raja does not lack in confidence.
Yeah, I was just kind of thinking that.
And are you going to use your movement and dash, or just your?
How
Like,
far
are you
is-
trying to get all the way across? You guys aren't in. I should have took it that way. You guys aren't in initiative at this time. So
Correct.
are you trying to get all
Oh,
the way
yeah.
across?
Yeah.
And same with you, Vantalord. Are you trying to get? You're ultimately trying to get all the way across, right?
Yeah, I'm trying to get all the way across, but being I've already slipped once, I know that there's potentially alligators. I'm gonna be cautious.
Okay. So Vantalord, go ahead and make another roll, acrobatics.
Yep, that dice is being thrown out a window.
Jeez.
I'll take them because they'll probably still do better for me than what I do.
I rolled
so.
a nat 1.
Oh. And before you guys knew that, everyone was heading across, correct?
Yeah.
I was actually gonna do one thing before I did go across.
Okay. Yep.
I was just gonna pick up a rock. I mean, I'm assuming there's some rocks on the ground
Yeah.
nearby.
Oh,
Throw it at
just little-
Vantalord.
No, and I was just gonna like toss one like kind of into the water to see if anything reacts to something hitting the water.
Like back where you came from, off to the side, where you guys
Like-
are going.
Like kind of like looking at the bridge, but turned a little bit to the side, and like throw it over. So like that it, in a
From where-
way, it just
from where you
to make
guys
sure it
came
hits the
from?
water. Yeah, it's from where we're going to the bridge. So like to the right of the bridge.
The bridge that you're currently heading
Yes,
across.
yes. Because it's just a simple like I wanted to see if there's like any monsters down there. Essentially, after we just dealt with
Yeah.
the alligator.
Absolutely. And you throw it. You hear the water ripple. And there doesn't seem to be any movement.
Okay.
As you're doing that, Vantalord goes to continue across. Vantalord, you make it another 20 feet when suddenly the board snaps from under your foot. Roll a reflex save, and please at least roll a 10.
Okay, so let's go. Reflex. I rolled a 12.
Okay.
Oof.
Board snaps. Your hand slaps against the ropes as you're falling down, the weight of your armor pulling you, when finally your hand catches next to where the board broke. Your hand grabs that. You can feel the board starting to give under the pressure of your weight. Currently, though, you are still holding on, and the board is also.
I like how we.
What's that?
Good. No, it's good.
Vantalord is about 40 feet away from you guys. At the same time, you all are crossing as well, right? So all simultaneous, but he is about 40 feet at this moment. Raja, go ahead and make your acrobatics check to get across.
16, 25.
25. Roll a second one.
7, 16.
Okay. Are you stopping for Vantalord, or are you continuing?
When is he holding on to the top rope?
He's holding onto the bottom board. So he is up to his neck in water. And he's barely just holding onto this bottom board.
Pretty sure I don't even have anything that I could use to have. Actually.
Well, he thinks about that.
Oh,
What's up?
what I'll do is I'll just lay on my stomach and reach down with an arm and hold the rope with another arm.
Hold what rope?
The rope next to me.
Are you reaching down? So you're holding the rope next to you to stabilize yourself and reaching a hand down to him.
Yeah.
Okay, so you offer a hand to him. Jubilee, seeing you, is inspired by your feats of courage and fun. And she is going to... You see her jump one pole to the next, elegantly, just like you. She reaches to where the two of you are, and she continues to the next one. And then finally, on the last two, she hops, hand plants on the second to last pole, flips, lands on her feet, and makes it all the way across, not stopping where Vantalord's at. Cricket and Rihu.
I'm gonna follow behind Rihu in case something happens with Bear.
That makes sense.
Okay.
All right, so gotta roll acrobatics, right?
Acrobatics.
All right, we rolled a 21.
21. Are you stopping to give aid, or are you going to continue across?
Considering I'm already holding something else, and it would be a little difficult.
I'll help him. Keep going. Keep going.
Yeah, I'll keep going.
Roll your second one. I'd hate for Bear to fall in the water.
I have a plus 12, so it's 31. I just rolled 19.
Hey, Lando.
Would you hate for that though, Rory? Would you?
I'll take some of those plus ones on your roll.
Rihu
Can I have
and
just
Bear
3 when you have a plus 9?
make it across. Cricket, go ahead and roll acrobatics.
19.
19. You make it up to Vantalord just fine.
I will help him.
Okay, so Raja's offering a hand. Vantalord, do you take Raja's hand?
Okay, so I'm gonna reach out to Raja. Okay, I'm gonna reach out to Raja's first because I know if I try to do both of them, I'm gonna sink like a brick. Again, I'm wearing full plate armor or full mail armor, 120 pounds with armor and everything on. So I'm gonna reach out to Raja's first, make sure that I'm stabilized with him, and then if Cricket's helping out, I'm gonna try to reach out here, and that way I can at least get my feet up, and hopefully one of them can guide my hands to one of the top ropes. Does that make sense?
You're only 100 pounds.
Yeah, but he's tiny.
Yeah, I'm 4'9", 120 pounds, so.
No, it's not. He's not 120 pounds.
The weight to height ratio.
Small and dense.
Oh.
Yes, small and dense.
Yeah, with a little bit of effort, both Cricket and Raja, you're able to pull Vantalord back up onto some boards and some ropes and stabilize him.
Also, 120 pounds is probably just your body weight. That doesn't include your mail.
Oh, I thought you said with your 120. I was like,
no, that's without it. I want to say with everything else, I've got another 86 pounds on me, so I'm 206 pounds.
Ugh.
Man, without my armor, you weigh 9 pounds more than me.
So, each of you go ahead and roll another acrobatics check.
All 3 of us?
All 3 of you.
19 again.
Okay.
Oh, I got a 19. 20.
Hopefully this doesn't kill me. Another 11. Don't kill me.
The 2 of you make it across just fine. Even with that alligator head in your hand, Raja, you're slightly encumbered with that. It's just awkward to carry. It's probably a good 3 feet in length, and because you haven't had the time to actually clean it and remove all the other parts of it, it's weighing about 150 pounds.
Fat now. That was like
alligator?
400 pounds.
Unless you tell me otherwise. It's an 800-pound, 900-pound alligator, and its head takes up a portion of its body. So Vantalord, unless he tells me that I'm wrong about the alligator, makes it across.
I'm gonna give a pointed look at Vantalord, and I'm not gonna say it, but my eyes are communicating, I told you so.
Fair enough.
Yeah, about 150 pounds for the head. So each of you make it. Vandalore does barely skirt across, and especially just with the help of a couple of companions. When you make it across, you can easily tell that, like you mentioned, Cricket, there is some kind of intelligence here. Whatever these things are that you're following must have some form of intelligence. With the way that these bridges cross from these more firm parts of the ground, and in the area that you're in, you do see again those flames that you previously saw, and it looks like there's just continuations of ropes, of bridges, rope bridges, and you do see what appears to potentially be civilization. You see more flames. These, as you get closer, you actually see that they're these little pillars with flames on top of them.
Well, obviously there's some sort of civilization here. The question is, are they friend or foe?
I should have never bought a backpack. That's like the one thing you honestly need on an adventure.
Don't you automatically have one, like a adventurer's supply backpack?
No, because this time we chose to start with either gear or money. And it was like armor and a weapon. So that's all I've got on me is armor, weapon, and money. I just got deep pockets.
The month that we've been on adventuring, you haven't thought once about getting a backpack.
You have a backpack. You put an egg in it, and then you smashed it.
Yeah.
Oh, sure. Okay. Then I'll stick the alligator.
Yep.
In the backpack. I'm gonna put the alligator head. I'm gonna put the top part into the backpack.
So it's
gonna be so bloody.
So it's gonna be sticking out.
Yeah. I smashed a creature egg inside of it. It's already got the last creature's gore inside of it.
That would have been. I know you supposedly tried washing it, but that was 4 weeks ago.
Yeah.
2.5 weeks ago. Yeah, 2.5.
Either way.
Weeks. Yeah.
Either way, that.
But
Wow.
I'm gonna stick the top part into it so that the bottom jaw is hanging out, so it doesn't fall out. Because I'm guessing most of the weight's on the top part of the head.
It's on the neck side of it.
Well, like the brain and all that's over here. So if I stick that against the back, then it won't
So
tip
you
back out.
find a way and you stick it in.
Yeah.
It's partially in, partially out of your backpack.
So what do we want to do about this civilization that's in front of us, or what looks like it might lead to a group of people?
Go find them. Hopefully not kill
We
them.
just want to walk right in, but if they're like not friendly.
All right.
Then
first, as we're looking around, are we beginning to have an inkling of is it daylight, is it daytime or nighttime, or is it still too foggy?
Roll a knowledge nature check.
Okay. Let's go here to knowledge. $13.
13. You're fairly certain, especially as you've been traveling for the last couple miles, that it's during the day right now. It's probably like high noon. It's in the kind of afternoon time frame.
Okay, so early afternoon. Well, let's see here. If it is about that time, do we want to go looking for the people, or should we try to find an area a little bit farther away from them so we can set up camp, and then we have a rally point where if we get separated, we can try to come back to a rally point.
Well, I'm thinking I'd rather find the people during the day than them find us during the night.
Yeah.
I'm wondering if
I'd
there's
agree
any
with that.
way. Yeah, I agree as well. I'm wondering also if there's any way we can like. I don't want to be obvious about sneaking in, but like if we can get some information about them before they know about us, I feel like we'll have an advantage.
I also have something to say. If we're going into the village and we're sneaking in and we just appear, that seems more.
Yeah, that's
Hostile
why
than
I said not with them knowing. Like if there was a way we could get some information about them before we walk in.
Oh.
Yes, I agree. I don't think we should be like just suddenly show up in the middle of the camp. I mean, like if there's a way to like scout around the outside or just even like get something to see even who lives here before we walk right in the doors.
So do we want to wait till nighttime then? I don't know. I don't think they would have to watch for much in this area. I don't know what kind of enemies they'd have other than other civilizations. It seems more like a tribal type
Well, I mean,
deal.
we don't even know where we are though. Like we could be in another world or something. I mean, not another planet, but you know, like, I don't know how far we are from.
Yeah, it'd be best to not light a fire. But like, I don't think there'd be much for them to set a guard out for. Like,
I don't know if we'd even be able to light a fire to begin with. If everything's marsh or swampland, everything's gonna be soaking wet as far as wood.
true.
Maybe
We
we
can sit in
just
the trees.
instead of trying to sneak in, let's just find the main gate and someone try to talk with them. I mean, I grew up in a king's court. Maybe I can be somewhat diplomatic to these people to grab information.
Traveled a lot, and I think the best course of action is usually to be upfront and plain.
Yeah.
I don't think sneaking around here would give off if Kot would give us the great first impression or ability to succeed with speaking to whatever civilizations in front of us.
Sounds good.
Oh, that'd be tough.
So how are you guys proceeding?
I'm just gonna cross the bridge.
Yeah, I believe we were just going straight in.
Is there like, who do we? I don't think it should be me in charge of like talking to the people.
Well, I guess it depends on what languages they speak.
Yeah, I
That's
think we need to
true.
decipher that first, but we should, if we have any weapons, make sure they're put away. I think if you walk up with weapons drawn, that's a sign of aggression.
I would agree. In fact, I'll say right now I've got my shield behind my backpack. I'm actually gonna take my sword. I'm gonna move the sheath. I'm gonna pretty much have where it's backpack, sword, and shield. Does that make sense? Or this kind of making a sandwich?
Yep.
All right.
I would like to just cross the bridge. I was gonna offer to backpack Vandalord, but then that'd be like 500 pounds on the bridge.
Yeah.
And if it's breaking for him,
Okay. So each of you roll a single acrobatic. check.
20.
24.
8.
Ooh.
I rolled a nat 20. Minus 8 is 12.
Jubilee makes it across. Raja makes it across. Rihu and Bear make it across. Vandalord, although clearly this isn't your forte, this has definitely been the easiest bridge you've crossed thus far.
Damn, and that 20 is still bad.
Cricket, you got sidetracked. You made it about halfway across. And in the water, you saw a ripple. Your foot slips. You catch yourself. Roll another acrobatics check. If you fail,
18.
you could have found out how deep the water is. 18. Your foot, not any more wet than it has been with all the other travel. As each time you guys near the bridges, it becomes that soft, mucky, just swamp with every step. There is, unless you're on the top of this in the dry areas, it is not quiet to walk. Your foot sinks in a few inches to that mud and that muck, and
What's that noise again?
with every step. When you cross this bridge, you see that there's starting to be some more actual solid ground, some stone structures that appear, and in the distance you see additional torches that keep reappearing, seemingly that are lighting a path to these bridges.
As the intrepid explorers we are, I think we just keep on keeping on.
Keep on, keep on.
That's exactly what I'm thinking.
Cross all bridges. Just
As we walk around too, Rory, I'm gonna keep looking for those footprints and make sure we're sort of, I mean, it doesn't seem like there's any other path options, but just in case I see anything.
You can always go for a swim. I mean, there's other options.
True, but not ones that I could track with footprints.
Correct.
I ain't going for a swim. Nope.
You do see those, and at this point, you start to go ahead and roll a survival check. And is anyone else doing anything at this time?
15.
15?
I'm just trying to stay dry. I'm just gonna say, as we get to bridges, I'm gonna slowly make my way across them.
Okay.
I don't want to rust.
Just starting to get tired and miserable. That's all it is.
Oh yeah, and you feel it. You feel that you smell it. The bugs buzzing around you. Every now and then, you see a snake that slithers across the water. You smell the pungent smell of just rot and decay, whether that be shrubs and bushes or animals that have died.
Oh yeah, doesn't Rasha also have 3 lizards in his backpack?
Yes, he does. He has 3 lizards and an alligator head.
Oh, that's right. That's right.
Buddy, you gotta stop picking
Yeah,
up these random
you
pieces of
really
animals.
gotta
I mean, it's
stop.
you cook it. It's
they're
food.
dead lizards now. They definitely got crushed.
Yeah,
by
do you know how this smells probably coming out of your bag at this point?
Well, the lizards weren't dead.
He just killed them like an hour ago. So they got
I
some
know,
of that.
But
Did I
either
kill them?
way,
Yeah, you
Oh
killed
yeah,
him.
for
yes,
food.
you did.
Yeah. He's hunting.
Rasha, I am worried for your mental health.
I actually forgot about them.
That's even worse.
Do you take
alligator
notes for
head, though.
yourself?
My souvenir.
That alligator head can provide you guys some meat too.
Yeah. Brain is good for you out here.
So you approach these pillars. They have these decorative designs on them, clearly with these flames on top. Go ahead and roll your acrobatics check as you cross this bridge.
Wait, these decorative designs. So we've noticed them in the last 2. Do I recognize them for anything? Like, have I seen them before? During
Roll a knowledge. Nope, nope, nope. Maybe that one. Nope, nope, nope. Nope, nope. Go ahead and roll a knowledge history check.
Okay. That's a 15. Sure. Why you start rolling good now?
So,
Oh, it smells so good.
I don't know how to do this without an anachronism, whatever that's called.
Anachronism?
Right? Yeah, relating it to something today. So, you know how like shields and crests they're all different, but there's a similar type of pattern, right? You see a shield,
Yeah.
and you see some designs, you're like, oh, this is a royal family kind of shield, right? There's that similarity
Yep.
to them. So that's what you're catching here. You're catching a similarity in these patterns where it's clearly a different culture.
Like a
But
coat of
they're-
arms? Is that what you're talking about?
Yeah, that's what I was trying to explain. So this isn't a coat of arms, but in the patterns, you can clearly say this is a different culture. But the decoration or the patterns within that is similar to I don't know. There's a familiarity to it. You're not quite able to put your thumb on it, but there's definitely a similarity to these patterns of some sense of strong civilization. Something quite intelligent has created these. It's not caveman-ish.
Like it's well crafted and kind of shows culture.
Yes. Yep.
Yeah, exactly. My intention was to see, you know, obviously we're growing up in the king's courts, helping, you know, dad, seeing if the king or my dad's ever come across them or if I've been with them on any travels. So
Yeah, in that sense, you don't recognize it. You do recognize, even especially being a dwarf, that these are well crafted. So they're not done just by some novice or some uncivilized or unintelligent culture.
While Raj is waiting for Vanslord to read all that, he's gonna find a stick and cook the 3 lizards, actually.
I wasn't
Yeah.
reading. I was looking, seeing if these
We're not
symbols or
stopped.
anything.
Oh, it was very quick. Never mind that. I
Okay.
just have a raw lizards. Why?
Great question.
Because
Who
you were
does
hunting
that?
them. They're each about a foot long.
Ooh.
So you got quite a bit of meat in your backpack. So each of you approach the bridge. Go ahead and roll your acrobatics check.
I rolled a 20 with my modifier.
18.
19.
12.
Okay. And Jubilee. Yeah, she makes it across. Jubilee gets across, and you see her rubbing her hands, her forearms, rubbing her neck. Just a little bit excessively anxious. But each of you make it across.
Oh, good.
And
Do
here
we
you,
see that?
what's that?
Do we see the stone path from where we are?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's just it's more of the highland. It looks like a well-traveled path. Again, you guys can go in any direction that you want to go. It does look like this is a commonly taken path.
I mean, at this point in time, yeah, we're just looking for a safe place that's dry, right? So we need to... I'm just taking the most... Personally, I would like to take the most common path, because that's obviously
Yep.
probably the one that's leading to... the
Honestly, I
Agreed.
turn around and walk straight.
Say what?
Explore. Just turn around and just walk in one direction. live life to the fullest.
It's a good
I-
way
I
for us
think
to
we-
die.
Yeah, I think we did do that. We took a teleportation circle to the middle of nowhere. We're
Yeah.
living life to the fullest.
You only live once, lick the bowl.
How do you guys proceed?
I'm following the path as I know with slipping as many times as I have, Vantlord's getting he's beginning to get worn out. I mean, obviously, weighed down, he's slipped, he's got water in probably every crevice of his armor. So I'm gonna stand nice hard packed. I'm hoping trying to get everything shaken out, dried out.
How long do you think we've been walking? These.
Yeah, you've gone probably about 3 miles in total. So probably 15, 45, close to 2 hours of walking.
Yeah, because the conditions aren't great. Yeah, I would. Yeah, at this point in time, I mean, I'm just getting fed up and frustrated, right? Because we probably got these fucking bug bites. We've dealt with the damn alligator. We're ready to.
Yeah. I mean, it very much is that the heat, the humidity, the bugs that are buzzing everywhere. I mean, we got at least 3 people for a real life comparison. It can be hard sometimes, right? So imagine a hot 90 degree, 100% humidity, mosquitoes everywhere, Minnesota day. I don't know if you have anything comparable to that, Cricket. Man, I can't actually think of your real name right now.
Katie.
Katie.
But
We ever-
that high humidity, bugs everywhere. Now in a swamp setting, that's even more intensified.
El Salvador.
Plus then the swamp. I mean, yeah, if you think of that kind of environment, yeah, then you think of the swamp smells, and you just fought an alligator also. So.
And trying to put myself in the shoes too. I'm trying to imagine like our sense of just direction and overall
it's
like
shot.
rhythm is
Yeah.
off because there's this canopy. It's kind of darker than typical for the day. Like.
Yep.
We're
For
in a
all
heavy,
you guys
dense
know,
fog.
Yep. Your sense of direction is gone. You don't know what's north or south.
Well,
the
and
environment
you gotta
is new.
remember, from last session, I've been trying to make marks in trees to at least show where we've been, so we're not
Yes.
circling back.
Correct. Yep.
Just start heading down the path.
Okay.
I'm gonna let either Vantalord or Rihu lead the way. Like I know that my character is in front right now, but I feel like one of them should be in the lead.
Well, I'm letting Vantalord for the simple fact of if he slips on one of these bridges, there's a whole group behind us to help him instead of him being the last one in line and us having to turn around and try to get back to him.
That's true too.
At this point, he just has a rope belt around him. It's just dangling behind him like a giant tail.
It's like one of those like leashes for
Yeah, a
kids.
child leash.
Yes, yeah, Vantalord has a child leash.
On tonight's bingo card.
And Vantalord, as you take the lead with this firm ground under your feet, you feel a firmness inside of you. And you hear there's more contracts. Destroy him. Rid that evil. Destroy him.
Oh, Bonneringers then. Vantalord, I mean.
And I'm guessing I'm hearing this over and over again, or just a few
It's
times.
just like a soft whisper, like the previous whisper you heard. It's like a soft whisper in your mind. Nothing like it's not filling your mind. You can still concentrate and look around, but as you're moving, you can hear these little whispers in the back of your mind. Break the contracts. There's more. Break them.
Do I look like I could be a god to tribal people?
I thought we
Depends
already
on what they
established
worship.
they weren't tribal. Like they have
They have society. They have architecture.
Yeah, they have
like,
architecture and culture.
like they're gonna be. We're anticipating some sort of intelligent group.
Yeah, but I'm not expecting to see like a city.
Why not?
Yeah,
I'm expecting like a village because of the bridges. Unless they're just not well traveled or often traveled, in which they don't need to be.
Could just be that.
Or it could be maybe their feet are actually designed to grab onto the bridges the way they are.
Or they swim.
Or they swim. It could be any number of things.
I'll assess the
for-
situation later.
If you're trying to pass yourself off as a king, Raja, I don't know if that's the best idea or a god.
Yeah, say you have 3 letters too many in your name to be a king or a deity. The last 3 letters to be specific.
Also, you're carrying a bunch of lizard creatures, and if these are lizard folk, and you're carrying dead carcasses of like a related animal, I don't know how that. I don't know the impression that gives.
They disrespected.
And Bantalord. The Whispers.
As we continue walking, I'm gonna look at the group and like, hey, let's take a little bit of a break. I am still like, I can tell that I'm still sore, even though I'm not wounded. It's just again weighed down, and I'm gonna find a rock and sit on it, and I'm actually gonna go through the bag. I'm gonna grab just one of the contracts.
I do believe Cricket has the contracts.
I do.
Okay. Well then I'll look at her and be like, can I get one? I know we
Right now, we're like in the middle of a swamp and
Just-
about to go to a civilization.
just trust me on this one. I've got this feeling that the ring that we had may allow us to destroy more of these, but I want to test it on one. Even though I know yesterday I got that feeling of tiredness as we were destroying these, I keep getting this feeling I can't shake it.
But
that-
you want to stop right now in the middle of this road? Like, what if
Just-
people are? All right, fine.
5 minutes. That's all I need is 5. Not even.
I plop down, take Bear out of his
backpack.
backpack.
I take the lizards out of my backpack and toss them into the water.
All that work for nothing.
It's been a couple hours now. They're probably not so hot.
Yeah. So, Cricket said that she gave me one of the
Okay.
contracts, right?
So,
So I'm gonna.
first, previously you had destroyed Jubilees, in Ignatius.
Ignatius and Whip Cracks.
And who?
Let's see here. I'm gonna get the exact. Yeah, Whip Crack. That's who you said.
Okay. So roll a d20, a Cricket.
A 12. Am I adding anything to it or just
No,
12?
just a mystery 12.
Yeah, because we have 13 more contracts total.
So you open up the contract and it is blank, like per usual.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm gonna take and hold up that hand mirror again with the contract right here. So I've got the mirror like this, contract next to my face, and I still have the ring on. Do I still see
Sorry,
everything?
say that-
Read
You say
So-
that again?
with the mirror.
Yes.
Being the last time I was able to read them.
Yes.
So I've got the mirror like this, facing back towards me. I have a contract right.
Hey, Lord
I'm holding it
Gazumba.
like this.
Yep. Yeah, so with the mirror and the contract, reading in the reflection, again, you see it appear, and you see the little blue circle.
And
and
so
reading it, do you read it or do you just try to destroy it?
I'm gonna look for any like big name, just so I know whose contracts. So I'm guessing like most contracts, it's probably big letters that says who it is or
Yeah,
a
you
sign
see,
block.
you recognize that there's a pattern to these, as far as the layout of them, right? Like most contracts, kind of standardized. This one is Barnaby Briggs.
And I'm gonna put it down on the rock next to me, and where that blue circle is, I'm gonna touch my ring to it. That one that had the inscription all the way around it.
And so you leave it on your finger, right, and you touch it?
Yes.
Okay. So with your hand holding the mirror, making sure you have it in the right spot, and you touch it to the blue spot. Again, the contract has the wave of white air, of red and black, and washes across it, as the whole thing almost turns into an ash, and it all just into the ring. And you hear the
Interesting.
voice, the whisper again. Good job. Good job.
You want another one?
Yeah, let's do one more, and just 'cause if the ring does get tired from breaking so many of these, let's we can make slow progress on these.
I pull out another contract.
Okay. Roll a d20.
6.
Okay. Same thing this time, Vantalord?
Yep.
So this time you hold up that mirror, look at it, and you see that this is Balthazar Bell, otherwise
Balthazar?
known as Butterfingers.
Okay. Again, I where that blue circle is, I just touch my ring to it.
Okay. Same thing. The wave of energy across red and black washes across the contract, turns to that ash-like sheet of paper into the ring.
I look at the group, I'm like, well,
Do we hear those footprints somewhere?
You hear something.
I hear footprints or footsteps. Somebody.
and I was just gonna say, I said 5 minutes, and I don't want to take any more time than that. So,
It would be
But it
very
looks
odd
like-
to hear footprints.
Yeah,
Yeah.
You know what I meant.
Well,
Footsteps.
we have 11 more
footsteps.
contracts. We'll take the next few days and a couple times over each day, try to absolve, try to break them.
It sounds like a great plan.
With those footsteps that
Yeah.
we heard,
Do
are
we see
able
where
to
they're
hear
coming from?
or hear?
Or here? Yeah.
So it's not like a clear summer night, right, where sound just travels real well. Sound doesn't travel all that well in here with the dense air. It does sound like they're coming from somewhere in front of you. Likely, deduction would say somewhere on the path. But again, not knowing the exact denizens of this area, they could be walking just off the path. The reason I say that is the path is harder, and you're not hearing a squishing sound. You're not hearing the sucking noise.
Well, I think we should continue moving forward, and hopefully, whoever we come across or whatever we come across we can be diplomatic with.
I agree. I believe we just have to continue and be very neutral and friendly.
I look at Raj, I'm like, do you still have those lizards, or is what you threw in the swamp, is that all that you had?
Oh.
You're muted.
I have the gator head. But I threw the lizards, yeah.
Okay. Well, hopefully that doesn't come back to me negatively affecting.
Yeah. Can I also... Is it dark?
It's dim. It's not horribly dark. It's just not very bright out.
Okay.
It's been
I'm
this
asking
whole
this-
time, right?
Yeah.
To the group. Should I take off my shirt? Or... Because we don't have light sources.
We do. I think we've got somebody has a torch out, and I think I cast light on my staff.
Oh, okay.
I have a torch.
And I've got dark vision, so.
We should.
I mean, if you just want to take your shirt off to take your shirt off, that's cool too. But I don't think we need it for let.
I was thinking for light because of my tattoo.
Doesn't your hair glow?
I don't know. Let me
What
check.
happens if your hair gets if your hair gets submerged?
It's just hair.
His hair has
Okay.
a soft radiance to it. It's very mimicry of fire, but it itself is not fire. But it has that kind of flow. When he doesn't have it tied back, it kind of has that flow and mimicry
Okay.
of fire.
That's not a very good picture.
We can see it on the stream though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's fantastic.
I think we just. I would advise against taking your shirt off for now because we don't know how whoever we may encounter would react, since you have a little bit of an abnormal appearance.
True.
We're not exactly a normal group of people, I would think. We work well,
Yeah, and I
together,
guess
but we're not normal.
A glowing phoenix on my back probably would be the best. It's a conversation starter. Oh my goodness, it's by my name.
Right. That's what I was saying. Yeah.
You're just now seeing this, aren't you?
You start to hear some guttural sounds, some kind of repetition and pattern by some guttural type, perhaps voices or something. It sounds like perhaps not that far in front of you.
Is it any language that I would know?
What languages do you know?
That's actually Discord. Common, Dwarven, Elven, Ignan, Infernal, and Orc.
Whatever it is, you don't recognize it.
Okay.
Whether it's a language or it's something else, but if it's a language, you don't recognize it.
Well, let's continue moving forward, being cautious. As Ryu has said, let's try to be as non-threatening as possible. And again, I looked at everyone else. I'm like, normally you guys have seen me travel for weeks. Well, at least Ryu and Raja have. I usually keep my sword at the ready, or able to be resheathed. So I'm feeling weird at this point as I try to express that to them.
I'm assuming we're burning daylight, so we should continue to move.
Okay.
What did daylight
Would you
move
like
us?
to not be first in order, Vandalor? Or is it just an offer?
It's just awkward not having my sword next, on my side. Just because, again, trying to protect people, trying to make sure that I'm always ready to fight when needed, but I think it's time to take a more diplomatic approach.
It's feeling a little unnatural.
Yeah, that's the word I'm thinking of. Thank you.
As the group continues forward, you circle around the path, hearing the animals, the frogs, and all the different denizens of the area. You have to swing a bit wide to get around the bush. As you do, as all of you do, I'm just using one mini to represent it, but as you circle around, you suddenly around from one of the bushes and from behind one, two of these large lizard-like humanoids step out, both with a massive shield and a sword. And you can see that they're making some kind of demanding statement towards each of you.
I'm just gonna put my hands out wide and smile and look him directly into his eyes.
Is there any way we can do see if we recognize the language, like a linguistic
Yeah.
check?
Yeah.
Yeah, I was
Absolutely.
just thinking that.
Oh, there is language detection type deals.
Linguistics.
So I rolled a 25.
Okay.
Oh,
Still hate me. 17.
11.
a natural one.
Okay. 25 for Rihu. What languages do you speak?
Trying to find where that is again.
It's on the main page all the
Very
way at the
front
bottom.
page on the bottom.
Common, Dwarven, and Elven.
You have a 25. You clearly, obviously know this is a language.
Oh, I guess.
You don't know its origins. Well, wait. You don't know the language. You can't understand them. But you do have a decent understanding of linguistics, and it does seem to tie somewhere in, whether it be dragon or some kind of reptilian type of language, right?
Okay.
It has hints of draconic in it, but you're not so familiar with it that you understand if it is or isn't.
Gotcha.
Does Jubilee have any spells like comprehend languages or anything?
Wasn't expecting that.
Sorry, I feel like as a gestury type person, she might.
Jubilee spells. Message, resistance, featherfall. Nope.
She has message. Message is. Do you need to actually have the language, or is that like could she communicate to somebody if she doesn't speak the same language with that spell?
Nope. You have to be able
Okay.
to speak the same language.
Okay.
Good question.
So unlike Raja, just looking at them smiling, stern, I'm just gonna reach my hands out, like this, and just be neutral and bow my head towards them.
Okay.
Just trying to show that I'm not here to harm.
Have you said anything? Has anyone said anything?
I may say, this here. I'll say I'm not here to harm, but again, I'm gonna keep my tone quiet, more timid, and I'm gonna keep my body as such. So,
I have a quick question. Did I make a hostile stance when I went put my hands to the side? Is that like a hostile thing?
No. What I took you saying is you're opening your arms up saying you're not a threat, but then you're staring in their face, right? You're looking at them, but you're clearly not grabbing anything or getting ready to fight. Your arms are out. You're vulnerable.
But I'm not afraid either.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. Vandalord, you make that gesture, you step forward. Is anyone else doing anything? You hear
I'm
them
just
continue.
just to show innocence, trying to
Yeah, same.
open hands, show that I'm not reaching for a weapon or anything.
Yep. You see a couple others appear from beside. So now there's 4 of them, and they're clearly pointing. Anything that transcends language, it's hand gestures pointing. As the shield is up, and they're pointing, and they're stepping to the side, creating a funnel, basically saying, "Go there,
Walk
there,
this
yeah,
way."
walk this way."
I'm going to go along with the instructions.
Okay.
Same.
Anyone else? Is anyone resisting?
I am not.
Okay. Jubilee also does not resist. Raja?
No.
Okay. You guys find yourselves walking over some various makeshift type bridges, one being composed of a series of logs. As you walk, you find yourselves entering areas of different stones that seem to have been moved and placed so that they could have somewhere more suitable to walk. Additional lizard humanoids that appear various different times. Seems to be a pretty well secured area. Eventually, you, after probably another good hour of walking, but this time along more firm ground instead of in and out of the swamps, you do start to see even more torches that appear. And then a very well, or at least in comparison, a much better crafted bridge that you finally appear in front of. As each of you are now being, or the group of you are being escorted by these 4 lizard humanoids. And every now and then, not necessarily like slamming their shield into you because you are complying with them, but they definitely will from time to time nudge you, slightly getting annoyed the fact that you can't walk this terrain like they can. And with that, standing at the edge of this bridge, clearly being able to see a little ways into their living area, this village of an area, other lizard folk basically walking throughout this area with these torches, these pillars with flames all around. We will head to our break.
Beautiful.
Okay.
Take 5 minutes, come back, everyone enjoy this.
Oh, yes.
What's that? Skylar just put something over the camera. Maybe? What? Candy wrapper? You can enjoy the sound of the swamp, everyone. And with that, Raja passes his first perception check. Again, thank you everyone for hanging out with us. Awesome to have everyone here. It is always a blast. Let me set the time up here. Okay. So what are you all up to? Any big plans for anyone over Thanksgiving or this week? Anything exciting? On my end, I'll just be hanging out with family. What are you guys all up to? Okay. Oh, about 2.5 minutes left, and we will start back up. Grab yourself something to drink. I got myself some delicious looking twice baked macaroni from Becca, and some freshly cooked cookies, which it looks like Skylar was just munching on. His, not mine. It's spicy. Oh, I need milk. Oh, that's spicy. Israel have to let me know how the ambient sound is with the grasshoppers and all that.
Okay. Now that I went and added some green beans to a stew that I'm making.
Becca made some twice baked macaroni.
Oh, nice.
It is.
Emily was asking.
Spicy.
Yum. I don't do spicy well, but that sounds tasty. And it's like Emily was asking what we wanted for supper. I'm like, I don't know. And I was like, you know what sounds good? Beef stew. So she's looking up a recipe. I go to Paul Beck's, get all the stuff, and got home and realized I can't find my stew meat. So I went and grabbed an arm roast or a sirloin tip roast, and I've got that sitting in a crock pot with turnips, carrots, onion, mushroom, celery, and green beans and beef broth. So once gonna stream before the football game, I'm hoping that the beef will be all cooked. I'm gonna shred it and use that as the hearty part of the stew. And man, is it fragrant! Oh. Then tomorrow I'm gonna try to figure out how to replace the kitchen faucet. We got a new one today because our other one is leaking pretty bad to the point where like it was molding underneath our sink, and I get very sick from open mold. So I actually had to take a wire brush to it in order to get it all out. It was nasty. It was bad.
Well, that is the sound of the bell, and it has been 5 minutes. So if Raja and Rihu still exist, we will enter.
They will for not. They will for not much longer. No.
So we'll go ahead and resume as we come back to Fall of Red Dawn and see what happens. The 5 of you stand there. These lizard folk standing around you. After passing this bridge, clearly demanding that you continue forward. You hear them say this certain phrase over and over, and even for those of you, Rihu catches it pretty easily, but even the rest of you, it just keeps getting repeated in the rest of what they're saying. So as you'll hear this word or this phrase repeated, and that is what sounds like Gloomweb. 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 And whatever that is, it seems to be of some kind of importance, being they keep saying it.
I would like to say that. Whatever. What did you say? Gloom web?
Yep.
And then go like this.
He goes, gloom web. And he's just
And then
pointing.
Okay. I'll
Go
try
ahead.
that. Well, then I'm going to go like this, like the group,
Mm-hmm.
and then like this, and then gloom web.
And he'll point at you and shake his head. Gloom web. And he'll point and he'll say it like, obviously trying to communicate to some degree.
I'm gonna like, I'm just inferring, but based on that interaction that I just witnessed, I'm going to like assume in my mind Gloomweb is where we're going, or where we're supposed to go,
Okay.
like a location.
Are you communicating that or just thinking it?
I'll internally I thought that, and then I'll turn around and just say I think Gloomweb is where we're supposed to go.
Or I wonder if Gloomweb is a person.
It could be a person too, but either way, I think it's where
Something up there
Yeah.
is Gloomweb. Yeah.
it's our destination, whether it's a person or a place.
Right.
And they keep walking as long as you guys are willing.
yeah.
They keep
Yeah.
walking you as you're having this communication. And you hear it a few more times, and one time one of them steps in front of you and Gloomweb. 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 And it like gestures to something small. Like as if gesturing to a small person. Gloomweb. Protect. Gloomweb. Little. And it's like super broken common.
Well, this is a conversation. So now I'll point to myself and say Raja.
Ja.
Ra.
And it seems like that doesn't work with his tongue. And he goes, ja.
You are now Zsa Zsa.
Yes. Let me update the website right now.
Ooh,
Honestly,
Jaja.
your name is like the easiest to pronounce. Raja is like so. Just like try saying cricket.
And he just boom web, gloom web, protect, little.
And I'll
Oh,
just
he
go.
protects
I'll just go little, like pointing to myself.
Little. And he'll point to you and like little. Jaja, little.
Yes.
How tall are these guys?
They are about the height of Rihu. They're like
Oh,
5'7", 5'8".
And then I'll point at him and say little.
Yeah, little. Jaja, little. It.
Yeah, sure.
And then I'll just like start walking.
Jubilee has fun
so
with it,
spicy.
and she just yes, it is. she goes, Gloomweb, protect little, smile,
Oh,
S- Lyle. Jar Jar, it, little, Isle,
I might as well continue.
liter.
I'm gonna.
And he points back towards inside the village.
I'm assuming like they understand like nodding, like
Yeah, basic body for sure. Who? And he'll point to you, Vandalord.
I'm just gonna shorten my name because I can tell that they're having issues, and I'm just gonna say Vanta.
Bana.
Ava. Ajaba. Haja. Tata.
Honestly, I think Lord would be easier for them to pronounce because Gloom they already can do. They should just. I mean,
But
not that I'm trying to boost our ego, but they could probably just call you Lord.
Jaja
I don't wanna
Tata.
be.
It. Little. Isle. Ruler. Uller.
It.
Good luck. Bring you Uller.
Right.
Gloomweb.
I'm gonna go ruler. Like I'll just like turn to the group ruler, and we'll nod. I'm gonna nod.
Yep, I'm nodding.
Gloomweb is ruler, protector of the weak. The little.
Yeah, yes. And you see a different countenance come over him as each of you are talking to him. The Gloomweb protect balance. Weak become strong. Balance. Gloomweb protect balance.
Okay, I'm sure they've seen it already. But like I'm gonna point to the alligator head and I'm gonna be like,
Oh! Food!
yes.
Yes, great war, yes. And he just points to his mouth and he's like,
Hold on. I'm gonna turn to Raj really quick and go. Should we give him the head?
And he, in that moment, he'll just come
I'd
over
give
to
it-
Raja, and he'll like
Yeah.
I'd
grab
give him
your
the head.
he'll grab your arm, not like aggressively, but almost like escorting you. He'll grab your arm if you go with him.
Yeah.
And in that, as you walk through, continuing with him, you see that they've laid down these paths of wood so that everyone can actually traverse this area a lot easier than they normally would. And you walk into this different, like, it's a lot of these wooden huts and various different cages that you see as you enter into this place, and then bring you all around this fire. Clearly in the center of this place. It's not massive in size, but it is well crafted. And he points at the individual next to him across from the fire. As he places you there, he goes to the other side. Uller, 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 and pointing to the individual that clearly looks different than the rest of them.
I would like to offer the alligator head. Or did I give it to that guy?
No, he didn't take it from you.
Okay. I'd like to offer it to Gloomweb.
Oh, and the other individual steps forward and, what is it that brings you all here? Clearly being able to speak a bit better than the other lizard folk.
What does this individual look like?
Like the other ones, very similar to the other ones, except clearly the clothing is more. Raja, it stands out to you. He has more bone attire on him, right? Where the other ones have more just their natural hide and some other types of potentially alligator or other creatures of the area as armor, just little pieces of it. But Raja, you definitely pick out it, and Cricket, with you paying attention, he has more bone attire to him. Some of it bigger, some of it like the shoulders being more with some kind of small skeleton, a small skull. But not so much that it's like witch doctor like, just that his status seems to be dictated by some sort of strength. I would like the meat, but you kill creature, yes?
Yes. We did, yeah.
Then it is yours.
I want the bone, yes.
And he'll wave in a couple other of the lizard folk, and they'll come in and grab the skull, and you see them work it in various ways, cleaning it, carving it, like skinning it, and everything in a way that's preserving the meat and the skin, the hide, into a separate bowl as they're cleaning it off. And it'll take them a good 20 minutes or so, but there's a couple of them working at it, and they definitely seem to know what they're doing with the right tools.
Yeah.
What brings you here?
Teleport.
I'm gonna look back and go, do we have any of the eggs?
We should have 3 of them.
Yes. Who has them again?
Oh shoot, were those in my bag? 2?
So, I want to say I had 1. I think
Raja had them.
Raja's, yeah, and I think Raja had the other 2.
Okay.
Oh, my Lanta. You need to take notes for yourself, please.
Yeah. What?
You lose track of what you've got. So I want to come up to the ruler,
Yep.
and I go, and I show him one of the eggs. We are looking for a creature that is birthed from these.
And he steps back from you. And instantly, about 6 of these other lizard folk circle around, spears pointing towards you. No, you will not take littles. And the one next to him, the one that escorted you in, taps him and goes and points at Rihu. Little. No, you will not take littles.
It looks like they're eggs. If these things could be hatched from eggs.
As he says that, I try to.
He thinks I'm one of them.
Thanks for interrupting my train of thought. I try to describe. They look like bad spiders, evil spiders. Is that your littles?
Gloomweb protect balance of the littles and nature. You are here for, and when he says littles, he points to all the lizard folk. But you are here for, you cause death. Those cause death.
Oh, so they know what they are. Okay.
We do not mean to harm lizard folk. These creatures are causing a lot of death to every region that we've been to. We are looking for their creator.
Roll a diplomacy check.
Okay.
Language barrier makes it tough.
It does, and that's the nice thing is again I rolled a nat 20 plus 6. I rolled a 26 on that.
That is very good for you. Make some gesture, and the guards start to stand down. My kin were taken. Every so often, they are taken away at night. The littles go missing. My kin are getting weaker, and Gloomweb has not appeared to protect.
I wonder,
Jeez.
is Gloomweb your god or something?
Assuming a deity.
Gloomweb. And he points back and he gestures for another one. One that seems to be a bit more fluent in the common language. And and they bite back and forth at each other. It seems to be something about the way they communicate with each other. And the other one goes, I'm sorry for the lack of ability most have. And his mouth is very awkward as he talks. Your language is not easy. He does go on to explain a bit about Gloomweb. That Gloomweb is a kind of this. You get the impression that Gloomweb is a bit of a mystical type of entity. Something that their ancestors have gravitated towards. And then it seems like it just doesn't exist. Like, he talks about a shrine that was built somewhere in the swamp where Gloomweb is supposed to reside. And, the people will still believe in Gloomweb, whatever kind of reptilian this is. They don't necessarily hold it in regards to a god. They don't really hold anything in regards to it. That the idea of a deity doesn't make sense to them. But it is some kind of force that's supposed to be out there that protects them / the balance. And he makes it known that things that you're carrying, they've seen them. And it's like once a month or so, some orcs will come in and drag out their like a group of their people, and they disappear into the swamp. They have suspicions that they are located. There's another tower structure within the swamp, an area that they don't go to. Somewhat close. It's probably, you can see it far in the distance. It's probably another 2 miles in the distance. You can see the tower structure there. It's just not overly close. Orcs take littles, and when they do, Gloomweb hasn't come to protect. And if we don't stop them, we will have no one left. But we are not strong enough to fight back.
When was the last time they came?
They are due to come soon.
I look at him and I say, we mean your people no harm. We want to get rid of what comes of these eggs. They are very evil. We want to help.
You see the ruler steps back in. Goes, they are destroying our culture, our people. Hey, thank you for the follow. The orcs are taking over, and at night we hear many weird sounds. Because these are the sounds of our land. But at night we hear clicking and breaking of bones.
As he says that, I look at Raja and Ryu. I'm like, we've heard that sound before, haven't we, guys? This is not good.
I can keep you here one day, or you may draw attention.
What if we stay and fight the orcs? If it is okay for the group.
If you fight, though, more of us die. You bring a reason for orcs to come back sooner and take more of us. If we don't fight, they don't come too fast.
But when you think about it, if you fight, you might not die, but you might have everybody be gone. But if you do not fight, then everybody's going to be gone and you're not going to do anything about it. You're just going to sit back and your people are going to leave or be taken.
They seem to know our cycles. They seem to know our growth. Like when we hunt the swamp, we do not hunt too fast.
But eventually...
Did you say something? Muted.
Yep, muted.
Like you're muted on Zoom now.
Oh yeah, he's muted on Zoom.
Oh, me now.
There you go.
Okay. I was just going to say they're farming them.
Yeah. Or we can fight the orcs, and you may never have to see them again.
I'm gonna just between our group and say maybe we pump the brakes. We don't know what kind of fight we're getting ourselves into here and how many.
Yeah, we don't know the number of orcs, but I say if we can find a way to end these eggs, this at least gets us a step closer.
Yeah. Well, with
Maybe
what I'm...
Maybe.
Wait, why do we want to end the eggs? Don't we know that these eggs are already just damaged and we can use them to power that teleportation?
they're the monsters that these eggs come from breed by farming souls. And
Right.
the
I'm
first
not.
two-
I know. But you said that we want to figure out how to end the eggs.
Well, the creatures that make the eggs. Excuse me.
Oh, okay. Right. We want to figure out how to kill the Satari.
And if this may be a breeding ground for them, especially since what Jezebel was, how Gorgana described Jezebel as a witch that made her way with the orcs.
So they might just the lizard folk for their souls.
Mhm.
I'm gonna look at the lizard folk one who we've been talking to. Have you seen a woman? What did she look like? What did Jezebel look like? I've forgotten.
You'd probably just ask what one that looks like you, right? Because she.
Right. Was she human?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Was there a woman who looked like me who would have come through here maybe before or at any point? Have you seen other people or a woman that looks like me?
We were patrolling recently. We saw 6 we saw 6 orcs. And there was a woman, a human. Is that you?
No, it's not me, but
You're not human?
I'm human, but we were looking.
you a woman?
We're yes.
So you're the woman who came here with them?
No, just all women are not the same. All human women are not the same.
I'll just say we follow women.
Yeah,
who
we
You follow that woman. You're with her.
No,
No.
we're not with her, but we're
Hold on.
trying to find her.
We follow to kill.
You kill.
We want to kill.
We want to kill that woman.
That one woman, not all women.
Yes.
Ryder, roll a diplomacy check.
Just to clarify.
Okay.
You follow and you want to kill.
Oh man, this is gonna go so sideways so fast. Let me see if I can. Where is my notes on?
I rolled a 16.
Okay. Okay. So you from Northern Lights. You from city, south. You follow woman here to kill her. With orcs. You
Yes.
from Northern Lights.
Ogbuk.
No,
I don't.
We-
I know not.
we came from
Ogborg.
Wood's Edge.
Edge.
That was for Raja. I look at him and go, we came from Wood's Edge.
Northern Lights on Wood's Edge. Then swamp.
Yes.
Yes.
I'm assuming the lights is the teleportation things.
Walls and people. Northern Lights.
Oh,
Strong
this.
warriors. South. City.
Well, I don't know where we are. Are we south or are we north?
We
That's
don't
a
know.
big-
We know. That's the whole point. Is we're lost right now.
Everywhere.
I'll just say, we lost. Or,
And he kind of gets that one.
yeah.
The translator one definitely understands that. And he goes, how did you get here then? If you are not from Northern Lights. Northern Lights is a stronghold, a fortress south of here.
teleportation?
I'll just say we used eggs on
Magic circle.
Magic Circle.
Yes, we have seen the orcs come through that.
Yes.
Them and their horrible things come through there. We tried to stab them, but we missed, and they got one of us. They.
Quick question. How many orcs usually come? Because the way you're talking about it, it seems like you guys don't resist, so they have no reason to send a lot.
When we tried to resist, they overpowered us, and that was months ago. Months ago, they came. 10 or more orcs came. One orc, strong, big, leader of the orcs. For months now, they have been, and he points and he says, little. They have been farming us.
Hear me out. What if we just put a fire on the magic circle? Then they would spawn in on a fire.
Maybe. We don't know if anything comes in. It could be wind that first comes to put out any danger before we get there. We don't know. Even though we saw electricity as we were leaving, when something's coming, we may not know if it's electricity, if it's wind, if it's fire, if it's whatever. I do, however, think that I look at him and I go, the woman we are looking for helps orcs hunt you. That she is bad. That's why we hunt her.
With orcs, woman. I do believe.
Very bright red hair.
Yes,
she
yes.
is.
She was here last hunting.
I'm going to ask a question. How far? And I'm like, can use like the fingers, like, to Northern Lights?
For us, 1.5 suns. For
Understood.
you, and he looks down and goes, 3 suns.
3-day journey. Okay.
He looks over at Tata. He goes, Tata, 5 suns solo.
Oh, and I'm gonna go.
Who's
This
top?
again? And I'm gonna go. How
Me.
far to orcs?
Orcs. Less than half sun.
So they're real close.
Yeah, yes, less than half sun. But far enough away. Swamp and mud and walking.
I think it means they're naturally protected.
We do not fight. We do not go there. We
I got
once
zombies.
tried to fight and they never came back. But if I do not do what you say, if we do not fight, you are right, Zaza. We do die. But we cannot fight, otherwise we die faster.
I wonder.
I'll just ask them this really quick. Can we, and I'll like gesture to the group, stay here one night?
One night. Yes, one night. But more will draw attention. If they come and they see you, they will not farm anymore.
Just say yes, and I'll kind of like give him like a bow, like bow my head a little bit in acknowledgement.
Why do you not leave?
This is home. This is Gloomweb. Protect. This is our place.
But I understand. But Gloomweb is not protecting. And if home is where everybody is at, then you can move everybody and grow a bigger home and not have your home constantly attacked.
And then we do what? Zaza.
Let-
Move again and again.
No, you just live.
Everything dies that lives. If we move, what's to say that orcs don't follow?
Well, then what's keeping you from holding everybody or getting everybody together and preparing for a fight if everything that lives dies?
Because not all here can fight. Many are not capable. We have Zamfata. And the translator says about 80 of us are here. That number is pretty consistent because of the selection that they pull off of us. We do not dip much lower, but we do not get much bigger. And they take those who resist first, because those who can't are easier to not struggle later.
They're farming this population.
So our strength to fight is about 20 at this point.
How many orcs?
So she said last time they saw they farmed, they had 6 orcs and a human. And potentially up to 10. I'm thinking maybe tomorrow, after sunrise, maybe we go do some scouting of our own.
Well, here, I'll ask them. How many orcs come to take?
Come to take. Last time, six passed through. But 2 suns later, 4 came.
Thank you.
4 came and took 8 littles.
Can we come back? So tomorrow we go out and scout, and then can we come back?
I just do not want us to die tomorrow. If I let you stay and they come and you fight, they will. They have told us we will all die if we fight. If we try to fight, if you fight, they have made it clear to not go to Northern Lights for help. Which is funny, because they would not help us anyways.
Okay. Raja's just gonna go sit on a log by the fire. Just play with the fire and just contemplate.
I don't have any more questions right now. They've kind of given us at least an idea of what we're dealing with here.
I'm gonna
They
go to
have-
the translator.
Do we
Yeah,
have a map?
Are you asking them that, or
No, I'm asking us if, like, I'm asking if we have a map of anything. So anybody has a map of any place ever.
Not that I'm aware of.
No. We do not have a cartographer.
Well, no, not like that. Like, not of our specific trek, but I just mean, like, we could have bought one. We don't need to be a cartographer ourselves.
I don't believe we've purchased
I don't
one ever.
think so.
Okay.
I want to go up to the translator and ask, in the swamp, are there any more groups of lizard people like yourself?
Perhaps there are 3 or 4 suns that way. Where sun goes down, about 4 days, about 4 suns that way.
Are you friendly with them?
We all have our own areas, and we do not cross those lines. If friendly, and he looks confused at that word, if this word means trade, sometimes.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
If it means live together, no.
Did he tell us his name? What's your name?
My name is Uller.
Uller. I thought they were saying ruler, but his name is Uller.
The translator. That's what I'm talking about. Are you talking to Uller to Cricket or the translator?
Yeah, the guy who speaks common, right? Yeah.
The more fluent one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
His name is Uller.
What's your name? Do you have a common translation for that name? What do you want us to call you?
When I learned your language, many people had the name of the easiest thing I could say is, and he'll actually like write it in the ground because it's hard for him to say like common words, and he'll write, and you start to see the letters, actual letters, and it's K O R T H.
Fourth.
Yes, that is it.
I'm impressed that you write in common too. that seems
That
like
is the only word I know.
Oh, all right.
I go.
Mean that you
Yeah, where did you learn?
Half sun north of Northern Lights. Day sun down south.
Well, you've been a real help to us, Korth and Uller.
Thank you.
Yes. We will show you a place that you can stay for the night. We will provide. And Uller says we will provide hearty alligator brain.
Yes.
And Korth, we can cook the food for you also.
Yes, please.
And Uller is just why? Bad. No, not for them. And he touches his stomach, and he's just. Ugh. They cannot handle.
Weak stomach.
Aha.
I look at.
And you start to hear a chuckle roll throughout all the lizard folk in the area, just like almost like a fun mockery. The fact that your stomachs can't handle like raw brains and stuff like that.
I want to look at Korth and say, tonight, can you teach me a little bit of your language?
I perhaps can teach you simple words. I can teach you 4 words tonight.
And just to be able to learn a little, that's what I want. Just in case we run across other lizard folk, it'd be nice to have a small bridge.
Does Korth happen to have an alligator skull strapped across his back?
Nope.
Can you bring the skull to me when it is done being clean?
Yes, it is your skull. We will bring your skull to you.
Thank you.
Raja has his priorities.
We will bring you your skull and teach you 4 words, and we will ensure you have your food and rest tonight. In the morning,
Thank you.
In morning, we will make sure you are awake.
I may not have a strong stomach, but I have strong skin.
You do. Strong skin and fierceness. You kill alligator.
And I can walk on fire.
And it catches their attention like, yeah, nah. No one can do that.
I'm gonna have fun. Party it up.
So they will go ahead. They'll bring out, they'll show you around the area. There's a large stone building that there seems to be somewhat of not a reverence, but kind of a reverence towards huts with roofs on them. And then clearly what they use for some sort of like caging or like holding of people. And otherwise because of the way the conversation's been, but they do take you to these holding areas and say, sleep here. So they show you the areas that you can sleep in. They do bring some food as they're cooking it right there next to one of those areas. And throughout that night, towards the beginning of that night, they'll go ahead, they'll teach those couple words, and any kind of communication you guys want to have with them. They're not kicking you into these holding areas. They're not making you stay in there. But they do keep a very diligent eye on you all throughout the night. But any kind of communication you want with them, you definitely can. But we're going to go ahead and end the session there and go into Stream MVP and raid Jay as well. So with that means if you hop into the Discord, you can catch any of the text RP that these guys do with them. Thankfully, there was some good diplomacy checks. Otherwise, it could have definitely gone different, especially with a woman who looks kind of like the other woman. Because
all women do not look alike.
So we'll end there tonight. Let's go ahead and move into Stream MVP as we wrap up the night. And stick with us as we will raid into Jay, another great streamer as well. Let's start with Raja.
Raja should be Stream MVP because I don't think he killed it by himself, but he delivered the final blow to that alligator. anyway. And he brought our supper to the lizard folk.
Yes, you did.
It's to him that they're eating tonight. That we are eating tonight, I should say.
All right. What about Cricket? Why should Cricket be stream MVP?
Cricket should be stream MVP because that whole animal that she cast technically right at the end of last stream, but is what made it so that Vantalord didn't become dwarf soup. And then also she helped him not once but twice from falling in the water. And keeping an eye on all the tracks for the different lizard folks as they were going to make sure that they stayed following the path that they were tracking towards this civilization here.
Wow. Which was actually quite helpful, because if the tracks would have gone into the water or elsewhere, like, it's easy to get turned around in that spot. Vantalord. Why should Vantalord be stream MVP?
I would say the diplomacy shown to the lizard people at the end, so we could have a better relationship and actually take an interest in trying to learn their language instead of just speaking in ours.
Alright, yeah. There's definitely a potential connection that's growing with this new culture.
And hearing Efsu's voice to destroy a couple more of those contracts.
That's right. A couple more contracts down. Rihu. Why should you be stream MVP?
You didn't have like any like one big memorable moment this session, but I feel like Rihu is the common sense voice of the group most of the time, and thinker, so to keep us moving along at some points.
And the backpack.
And I backpacked Bear pretty much the entire session. And I never failed a single acrobatics check, thank you.
Yeah.
Hey, don't call me out like that.
What's up? No?
I would like to mention to the lizard folk that bear is not food.
Duly noted.
Bear is not food.
And the stream MVP pool is up. Cricket, Rihu, Vantalord, and Raja. Really, a lot more text, or a lot more RP in this one than a lot of the other ones. But, there was some diplomacy, some working with a different culture, a different village, a tribe out here in the middle of this swamp. And kind of trying to figure out where you even are. There's some references, some distances to different locations, but you guys are somewhere in the world of Greyhawk, so
somewhere. I'm just glad I've got a +6 on diplomacy. That would have been bad.
So you guys will spend the night here. There are like I said, about 80 lizard folk, about 20 of them being fighters, or more capable individuals of being able to fight. And
I'm assuming
have started to build this connection with the group. You've met the ruler, and the translator, Horth.
I'm assuming that between now and next session, you'll shoot me a message with which 4 words he's going to teach me?
Yeah.
Okay.
And again, if you guys hop into the Discord, they are at a point where any of that text RP can also happen over that chat also. You are in a semi-friendly area.
Aw, it doesn't work for me anymore.
I like Elhawk's comments, bear's friend, not food.
Yeah, that's what I said exactly.
The only thing in my mind right now is George of the Jungle, dog eat dog world, dog eat dog, Mino, bring Jep here.
And it is getting there. We got 3, 4, 4, and 0. Actually, a decent. We got 11 votes going so far. Thank you, everyone. It really does make a difference for them, being able to get 250 XP.
Yeah, vote.
I thought it was originally 500.
It is
Did you
500.
drop it?
It's 250 on Tuesday.
Yeah, so you're. And we have a tie.
A tie.
Ooh. Are they going? Let's see.
Between Rihu and Bantalord.
Yeah. If you guys want to throw up another
We could do 50-50. I don't mind splitting it.
Yeah, I don't mind splitting it. Makes life easy.
In a tie, largest beard has priority.
Okay.
But is
what are
it
we?
character
But it's just
beard?
like spread out.
Hold on.
or
I was
all
going
in
to say,
one
is it
spot?
surface area?
Yeah.
Or length?
Yeah,
Like, I mean, we got
Yeah.
Could also be character beard, right?
That's hilarious. Well, if
Well,
it's
as
character,
they're
They
beard-
did
figuring that out.
They did a runoff.
Yep.
They
Okay.
did a runoff. That's funny.
Man, even
So while the
character beard is hard
runoff's
to say.
going, don't forget we got the beautiful Discord community that you can join us. We have the website with the merch store. You can read about all of the campaigns that's going on between Fall of Red Dawn, Tears of Aird, Greyhawk Awakening. If there's Lore Masters Arcanum, there's some information up on there. You can definitely give a subscription right here to figure out whenever we go live. And as always, I know Amanda's posted it once, and same with John, is join our Discord community. It's ever growing, lots of great people, and for anyone and any age, try to be as family friendly as possible.
Absolutely. And Bantalord, you know the question.
I don't
I
know
do.
that he does. He has not done it.
It's been a while.
Oh,
Okay.
I like see. I am not John, but I still like to have that. And we're tied again, so
It's
this
a
is
tie, so we'll split it.
It's a
We'll
tie,
split
yeah.
So, if you are watching this content and you've enjoyed what you do, go ahead and hit that subscription. It's usually a little hard. If you're subscribed and have not, or if you followed and have not subscribed, it's free with your Amazon Prime. If you are on all of our Twitch but not on our Discord, go and enjoy the community. It's again free and a great community. And if you're doing all of that and your subscriptions lapse, we have one question for you.
What are you doing? Next time it's coming to you,
Oh,
Cricket.
Yeah.
Yep, it's coming to her.
Well, again, thank you everyone for whether you're actively watching, you were lurking, in some way supporting the channel. Wonderful and great things that happen here on Blue Box. And we will be rating Lord Gazumba, so stick with us for a few minutes. And amazing mods that we have. I am so thankful for
Yes.
the mods. Normally I raid in and they just automatically did that, and oh my goodness, that makes life so much easier for me. So thank you. I believe that was you, Amanda. But if there's any other mods in here tonight, also, you guys, just thank you so much. We have amazing mods. We have amazing sponsors here.
BP Gaming was helping with some of the modding too.
Thank you, BP Gaming.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And great sponsors, like you can see the character art up on the screen from Cowboy Hob. Just an amazing community. Hop in the Discord, really do that, you guys. You'll have a blast. There's so much content in there. You want to see some good, just fun, playful artwork, Pat Draws is always throwing something in there. So great stuff. And we will be rating here in a couple seconds, I believe.
Yeah, it's
Yep,
time.
yep, it's almost there.
Countdown right now.
So
Back to full strength.
have a wonderful week. Have a wonderful Thanksgiving. Spending time with friends and family. Enjoy the holiday. I think we're out. Are you guys still there?